time now for some Killing Moon. Why the moon has been driven to these terrible lengths, I don't know, but maybe we'll find out tonight. What wizard says? I died in Spelunky by throwing a pot and then hitting myself with it. Yep. Can't say that that's never happened to me. Alright. So last time on Tex Murphy, under Killing Moon, we were investigating the owner of the pizza shop because his wife was accusing him of having an affair. And when we investigated it, it turned out he was having an affair with a hooker. He was paying for sex, as they say. And so, in our investigation, we picked up some items. We picked up, including, most importantly, this roll of film with incriminating evidence about, I don't remember the guy's name, but the guy that is messing around. Okay. And I need to develop the film somehow, so I'm thinking that my best bet might be this electronics shop. But first I'll need to use my
Well, that's not gonna work.
handy-dandy credit card in the door, because apparently you need one to go into this place. So what's for sale here? Photo Mat Pro. What do you know? Just when you need a thing to do something in this game, it appears as the only item available to buy under the Blue Light Special.
Well, that's not gonna work.
Alright, so let's combine this with this. And incriminating photos. Let's examine them.
These pictures are sick. Francesca will be so happy.
Great, okay. So we get a bunch of pictures of him playing Twister with his hooker while she wears a bikini. I guess I should bring the pictures to her.
Well, gorgeous, you're back. Did you get the evidence I need?
Guess I should probably just hand it over.
I think I might. Let me look inside my overcoat.
Oh, excellent! This will do the job nicely. I'll answer all your questions now.
What Wizard says there are high-class Twister escorts. I wouldn't know. Let's see, can I ask about anything that I haven't already asked about? Your personal.
Can't help you, Tex.
How about the fact that I was mugged earlier? Can you help me with that, Francesca?
I was up late having some espresso, then I
good.
saw you get jumped. The guy who hit you was real small, maybe a 5'6", 130 pounds. I didn't see his face. He took your package you were carrying, then ran off. It looked like a professional hit, but he wasn't trying to kill you. Believe me, if he wanted to, he could have. After the first guy took off, I saw another guy come running down from your office. He bent over you and went through your coat. Then he ran off too. I recognized the second guy. He was a mutant named Pug. In fact,
Pug?
I remember seeing him hanging around your office for the past few days. Anyway,
Why
I
didn't
went
you
over to make
tell
sure
me this
you were
earlier?
okay. Sal showed up a few minutes later, and I made him carry you up to your office.
Oh,
That's
that
all
was
I
nice
know.
of him. Well, I guess I will ask you about Pug.
Pug is ugly as sin and smells like he sleeps in a latrine. On and off for the past week or so, I've seen him keeping an eye on your office. Pug is ugly as sin and smells like he sleeps in a latrine. On and off for the past week or so, I've seen him keeping an eye on your office.
Alright, so I need to find out more about this Pug fellow. And where I can find him. Let's talk to her.
Talk to me, handsome.
So, do you know anything about this Pug?
Wish I could help you there, Tex.
Ah, you're dead to me. How about the dude in the Fountain Lunch Brew and Stew? Can you tell me anything about a Pug?
Too bad you don't like fresh brains, mate. Hot off the grill.
Okay. What brains of what? That's my question. Pug.
Sorry, mate. Can't help you there.
Well, you're not helpful.
Sorry, mate.
Alright. So, who else can I ask? I guess I might need to travel. I guess I could ask Beak. He seems to know a thing or two about the criminal underworld.
Hey, matey!
So, Beak, can you tell me anything about this Pug character?
Well, Pug and I used to hang out sometimes, but I haven't seen him for a while. I heard he's gotten a job of some kind. He doesn't work very often, and he usually sleeps in a box down by the Snow White warehouse.
Okay. Down by the Snow White... Sleeps in a box by the Snow White warehouse, huh?
Sure, I heard of him. Billionaire. Made his money in...
Right, I asked you about all this stuff, I think.
Following Beak's instructions, I hang around the warehouse. Not long after, a gust of wind carries a horrible stench into my nasal passages. I turn and see a shadowy figure waddle into the alley.
You must be Pug.
The way you look at me, it makes me nervous.
King of Pain, not in the mood for small talk, ominously pleasant. Probably start off soft.
Oh, don't get me wrong, Pug. I'm here for a friendly chat.
You mean you're not there to hurt me?
Rhetorical question.
Now, why would I want to pound on you, little buddy?
Oh, no reason. I guess I thought you were someone else. I must be going now.
Bluff warning, I guess.
Listen, I brought my gun. I don't fire as many warning shots as I used to.
This talk of guns has frightened me. I think I've soiled myself.
You know, I don't care what you think. Because right this second, you've got one foot in the grave, and the other's on a big fat banana peel.
Yes, and what right do I have
Not sure
to
what that
think?
means.
You despise me, don't you? Please don't kill me.
I'll insult you in a macho sort of way.
Usually I wouldn't think twice about punching out a two-bit crook like you. But you just get my knuckles all grimy.
Why are you treating me like I'm some kind of criminal?
I don't know. I'm a gentleman, if nothing else.
Because I can't justify treating you like a lady.
You're a cynical person, if you'll forgive my saying so.
I am going to intimidate you caustically.
Who, me? Cynical? What a load of crap. Now give me my wallet before I break you in half.
Here's your wallet. You will see I have spent very little of your money.
Good thing you
Tell
still
me,
had your credit
how
card.
did you find me?
Just the facts, I guess.
Well, you're pretty sneaky, but someone saw you rob me. They also said you were tailing me.
I was hired to follow you. I provide people with information through ways of my own.
Taking names.
People actually hire you? Who's the sap that had you following me?
I was hired by an old PI who called himself the Colonel. He paid
An
me
old
to follow
PI.
you and report back on everyone I saw you talk to. He also wanted me to tell him if I saw you with the little statue of a bird. He told me very little else, though
Could
he
this
said
Colonel
that
be
he
one
had to find
Sanders?
out if you could be trusted. There,
Worried about
I have
his
told you
famous
everything I know.
chickens?
Now let me go, and I shall not bother you again.
All right. I'm going to visit the Colonel. See if I can get his secret recipe for fried chicken.
The Colonel was my mentor in the detective biz. When I was a young, idealistic crime fighter, I didn't understand some of the Colonel's unethical PI methods. I reported the Colonel to the PI licensing board and his license was temporarily revoked. In the years since, I've come to understand and even occasionally use the Colonel's questionable methods, but we've never made up. I haven't seen the Colonel's office since we fell out 15 years ago. From the look of the exterior, the Colonel's kept it up nicely. I knock on the door and it swings open. The place is trashed.
Doesn't look trash to me.
Oh, I guess I'm gonna have to put off that trip to the Caribbean. Maybe permanently.
God, what happened? Who did this to
Can't
you?
you call a doctor?
The chameleon.
Instead of having this
Some
casual
kind of
conversation?
Shifter.
I mean,
I
if
swear
he's
it's the devil
well
himself.
enough to speak and
What did he want?
move
Why did
so
he attack
competently,
you?
I feel like there's a chance he might
Oh.
survive.
He thought I had it. When he found out I didn't, he tried to torture me into telling him where it was. Yeah, he got impatient, stuck a knife in my chest.
Oh yeah, I just have this
I
knife in
must
my
have passed
chest.
out. I didn't get
No
enough
big
sleep
deal.
last night. Well,
What was he looking for?
the winter chip. The cult wants it. They're planning a doomsday party.
Doomsday party.
They're afraid whoever's got the chip might stop them. You're gonna have to find it and get it to Capricorn. Yeah, they know what to do with it.
But I don't know where to look. You gotta give me some help.
There's no time. There's a disc by the bookcase. It's got information on the winter chip. Don't fail me, Tex. I hope to God you've learned something after all these years.
I fly the Colonel to the hospital and the attendants rush him into surgery, but won't tell me what his chances are. I know I should go and search the Colonel's office for the disc he referred to, but I'm having a hard time keeping my eyelids popped open. I decide to go back to my office for a couple of hours of shut-eye. As I open the door, I catch a whiff of expensive perfume, then feel my jaw slam into a brick wall. When my vision clears, I'm seated across from a beautiful Oriental woman with matching goons on either side of me.
Oriental, is she a
Good
rug?
evening, Mr. Murphy. Please, have a seat.
Your cultural sensitivity is,
Gee, thanks. My dogs are really tired.
Yes, you've been very busy, haven't you? Let me introduce myself. My name is Eddie Ching.
Well, I don't believe I've had the pleasure, Miss Ching.
That's not totally true, is it? You've had the pleasure of visiting my apartment.
I
I
guess
have
that's
learned
true.
that you were hired to steal a statuette from my apartment. I admire the skill you display in doing so, but I must now ask you to return the bird to me.
I guess I can be rude or grovel pathetically.
Thanks for the compliment, but I don't have your stupid bird. Someone stole it from me after I left your place. You'll just have to run
I
down
left
to
it in my
Goodwill and get
car.
yourself a new one.
It's gone? You imbecile! Have you no idea what you've done? You were set up. The person who hired you belongs to a group so powerful, they may hold the fate of the world in their hands. The statuette is worthless, except to this cult. And I went to great lengths to keep it from them. And all it took was one idiotic PI to give these fanatics the talisman they need to loose the demons of hell upon the earth.
I wouldn't want the demons of hell to be loosed upon the earth. I'll be slightly embarrassed, I guess.
I'm sorry, who knew?
You obviously don't understand what I'm saying. With the statuette, the cult will fulfill its prophecies, unleashing an unimaginable flood of destruction. The prophecy is supposed to be fulfilled in 6 days. If the statuette is not recovered before then, nothing will matter. We'll all be dead.
Sorry, my cat just dipped her paw into her dish of water and is licking her paw. I'm not really sure what she's doing. I think she's curious about how the... Well, maybe I should actually show you what I'm looking at. I think she's curious about how the water dish works, because it's like this thing where once a certain amount of water is emptied from the bowl, a little bit more comes down from the tank, and I think she's trying to figure out like how to get it to come out, but doesn't realize that she just needs to drink enough water for that to happen. So she's a little bit confused on that matter, but I'm guessing she'll probably get used to it. Anyways. Back to Texas Murphy. So where were we here? I guess I'll be oblivious to the implications.
You mean to tell me the world is gonna end on Thursday? Damn it! I don't get my unemployment check till Friday.
The cult knows about me. They tried several times to steal the statuette once they learned I had it. They will not allow me or my operatives to obstruct their plans. You, however, they do not consider to be a threat. The cult is behind the crusade for genetic purity. I don't know any more than what I've told you, except for the identity of the man who set you up. He is known as the Chameleon. If you can find him, you will be within reach of the statuette. You should realize that your blunder makes you responsible for 10 billion lives. Hope for your own sake that you can succeed where more powerful people cannot.
So the fate
this
is
be a reminder to
the fate of the
you not to
universe
repeat your
was
mistakes.
just like sitting.
If you fail, I will see you in hell.
Right. What?
So, did he have the chip or not?
I never found out. My usual methods of persuasion weren't working, so I had to get a little more forceful. Next thing I know, His lights go out. I think I killed him.
Dead men don't help us. We've got to find out about that chip. If the Colonel didn't have the chip, then he probably sent it to Murphy. Stick around and keep tabs on him until the last second. But don't kill him. If the chip doesn't show up, make sure Murphy doesn't blunder into our path. If you find the chip, destroy it. Then you can do what you want with Murphy.
Murphy. Day 4. A code, a toad, and a cigarette load. Good.
Maybe I need a career change. 2 days in a row waking up in a semi-conscious stupor is enough for anybody. My nose is so sore my eyes water when I inhale and all my front teeth shift slightly when I exhale. On top of all this, I found out that the world population could be annihilated because of me. That's just too much guilt to heap on a guy at this hour of the morning. Looks like I'm on my own. I'll need to find that disc the Colonel referred to. And what about that Countess? Was she on the level, or was she just feeding me a line?
What Wizard says, what is a toad? Well, it's an amphibious animal that is known to give people warts. However, that is an old wives' tale. So let's see. Should probably go meet the Countess, right?
Okay, there's something wrong with this picture. When I was here before, the place looked like a palace. Now it looks like the aftermath of an IRS auction. Somebody wanted me to believe
IRS.
the person I talked to was a real countess.
Doing their
now I
job.
can see I've been played for a sucker.
How dare they?
But who set me up and why?
Okay, so let's look at this eagle.
There's a bald eagle perched on the chandelier. Man. Now that the animal rights lobby is huge, bald eagles are everywhere. They're worse than pigeons. Front
Stupid
door was
animal
open when I
rights
got
lobby.
here. The eagle must
All
have
the
flown
power
in.
they hold in our government.
Looks like it's got a bright cigarette case in its claws.
Because of
I've heard
this
that eagles are
damn
attracted to shiny
animal
objects.
rights lobby, there are just these damn bald eagles everywhere. We have too many bald eagles. We don't know what to do with them. All right.
Well, the way this room got cleaned out, I'm surprised they didn't take the chandelier. Looks like an expensive cigarette case. There's only one cigarette left in the case. Maybe I'll keep it around for a smoking emergency.
Smoking emergency.
Whoever that was that met me here the other night may have set me up, but I'll bet you didn't get her cleaning deposit back.
She didn't get her cleaning deposit back.
It looks like a pile of torn up paper scraps.
Okay. I have to put together some paper scraps again. See the word Murphy there, so it's apparently something about me. Okay. Let's see. Okay. This isn't my first rodeo. Should have spent more time doing jigsaw puzzles as a kid, apparently. Okay. Gosh. If only I was better at these things, then I would be better. Maybe this doesn't go here? I don't know, man. Looks right. Okay, this looks right-ish. Um... Okay, so that's not the right one. What other options do we have here? He... No. Final key. Oh man. Okay. Well, I'm not good at this. Alright, I'm sorry. If I don't get this relatively soon, I'll probably try to move on. I hate quitting, though. Oh, hey. That seems promising. So it's kind of in the shape of Texas? Oh, this piece. Probably something. Okay. Now I need one that's slanted. Like this one, no. No. Alright, maybe... Okay, doesn't... Oh. Well, I'm not good at this. What Wizard says, it would be nice if there were some parts that were clearly edge pieces. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Okay, circumstances. Anyone? Killing the final two are... Oh, here we go. No, but that doesn't... Okay, what if... This is supposed to go here. Okay. And then... What? Progressing? Okay, but then there's an issue here. Um, I'm sure this is very exciting for everyone. We'll get there. So yeah, this is the only one that really slants, right? Even though I have some issues with it. Like, um, uh, okay. Yeah, that doesn't really, just doesn't work though, because uh, um, this is dumb. There's not that many more pieces. I'm just not good at this. Clearly they go together. Um, okay. think maybe I'm getting somewhere. Oof. This will very likely be fast forwarded on my YouTube channel. Oh man. I don't think it resets itself when I get out of here. Yeah. Yeah, it's look. That just doesn't want to fit there. But I'm not sure. Uh, I don't even see what other capital letters we have. Okay. Well, I give up for now, at least.
The decorative mantel really sets off the fireplace.
How do I stand? Oh, there we go. Whoa, I'm tall. Okay. Ah, there is something on here.
The decorative mantel really... Hey, neat. I saw a watch just like this one in my spy supply catalog. Really nice spy watches have things like built-in parachutes.
Build-in parachutes on a watch. Okay.
Maybe there's more to this watch than meets the eye. What's this? It's a secret compartment.
Cool.
Whoever that was that met me here Looks like the obituary section of yesterday's Standard Examiner. The ashtray's loaded with expensive imported cigarette butts.
Ah. Let's just look at that note one more time. I don't know. Something about Tex Murphy and pieces of the puzzle. What Wizard says, thrills, chills, spills. An accurate description of tonight's stream, I guess. If by thrills you mean carefully putting pieces of ripped up paper together, and if
When
by
I get to the
chills
colonel's
you mean
office, the police are just
feeling of
leaving.
boredom from doing so.
They tell me they've combed the place and come up empty. I'm not surprised. As I step inside, I try to remember what the colonel told me. Something about a winter chip and an emergency disc hidden somewhere in the display case. Maybe the info on the disc will tell me something about this chameleon.
Alright.
Well, the colonel certainly does like his calendar spicy.
Uh-huh.
Boy, the chameleon sure was in a...
Okay.
Standard office.
Okay.
Boy, the chameleon.
Okay.
It's like a wall safe to me. Maybe that emergency disc the colonel told me about will help get the safe open.
Could be. What Wizard says, spicy, huh? Yeah, I guess.
Sailing is one of the colonel's two obsessions. The other one can't be mentioned in polite society.
Ah. One of those.
Boy, the chameleon sure was in a... Oh, villains. Not only did they leave the Colonel for dead, but they spilled garbage everywhere.
The fiends.
Some sort of greeting card.
What does it say? Because I'm nosy. Sorry I haven't come up by lately. Work has been hell. Trying to wrap things up before we head out to the tropics. I'll make it up to you when we get there. Spanks and kisses, the Colonel. Okay. Oh, man. Okay.
My PI instincts and keen sense of smell tell me that this envelope was sent by a woman of some kind.
Okay. Milan Toad. Well, there's your answer. What was your what a TODE is, or who a TODE is, I should say. Okay. Can I do anything with these things? I can move this.
This must be the disk the Colonel mentioned. Maybe I can run it on his computer.
Alright, I have a disk. Good things. CD-ROMs came back into vogue in the future.
Nothing's coming up. I'll need to load up a disk before I get any information off this computer.
Right. And good thing that MS-DOS came back. Perfect Word document. Text. In case anything happens to me, I've made up this disk to give you enough information to carry on in my place. Despite our past problems, I don't know anyone else who could replace me. Since you're reading this, I suppose something has gone wrong, so now it's up to you. First of all, you probably never heard of Capricorn. All you need to know is that it's a secret organization that infiltrates groups which pose a threat to society, then unravels them from the inside out. Dozens of cult terrorist groups and political cabals have been broken up before the public ever knew there was a threat. How I came to be involved with Capricorn is unimportant. Suffice it to say that we've done each other some favors. I have been helping them infiltrate a corporation called Genetic Research Systems. I won't waste time on details, but I was hired by someone to investigate a disappearance, and the investigation led to GRS. I learned that there were secret experiments being done there, and that the top people were members of a cult. I relayed the information to Capricorn and learned that one of their agents was already there, undercover. You know about the crusade for genetic purity, and maybe about the religious retreat, the Moonchild. To all appearances, it's a gigantic orbiting biosphere capable of holding hundreds of thousands of occupants. If, however, the Moonchild is armed with nuclear weapons, it could literally hold the world hostage from its vantage point. Capricorn wants the Moonchild destroyed. The call at GRS is linked to the crusade. The undercover agent learned that she would be going to the Moonchild, so Capricorn devised a computer virus and encoded it on what's known as Winter Chip. I made the delivery of the Winter Chip from Capricorn to the agent of GRS. Less than 3 days after I delivered the chip, 2 dozen Undercover Capricorn agents had been discovered and murdered, and Capricorn headquarters had been destroyed. Undoubtedly, the faceless... What? Faceless forces behind the Crusade for Genetic Purity are responsible for effectively ending Capricorn's existence. GRS is no longer in operation, and the undercover agent, Ava Shanice, has disappeared. What I was doing, and what you must now do, is find out what happened to Ava, and help her complete her mission. If she has been discovered, you must find the Winter Chip, and somehow get it into the Moonchild's computer system. There is additional information in my safe, which may put you on the trail. But you're not going to tell me how to get into your safe, are you? Alright. Well, can I travel anywhere else? Oh, I can go to Milan Toad's apartment.
Who are you? What do you want?
Okay. I can already tell that you're a cardboard cutout of a character.
I'm a friend of a friend.
Look, if you're looking for a date, I don't do that anymore. I have a boyfriend, and I'm expecting him any minute.
Listen, I hate to be the one to tell you, but I have some bad news for you. Someone tried to murder the Colonel. I don't know if he's gonna make it. He may be dead now for all I know.
The Colonel? Dead? I can't believe it! I guess we won't be going to Bermuda next week.
I guess not. Chastise caustically. I'll be kind.
I know this must be quite a shock, but I'm trying to find out who wanted him dead, and I could really use your help.
Hold on a second. How do I know that you didn't, kill the Colonel?
Well, he's not dead yet.
I guess I'll baffle you with logic.
And besides, if I were here to kill you, I'd have done it already.
Okay, fine. Then why don't you just, leave me alone? I'm very upset.
I'll offer proof of good intentions, I guess.
I have an item that the Colonel was going to send you. I'll give it to you if you answer some questions.
Okay, let's see it.
This greeting card, right?
There wasn't any money in it? Okay, I guess I can answer a few questions.
Alright. Do you know anything about Rook Garner?
I'd like to help you, but I can't.
Chelsea Bando?
Are you trying to make me feel dumb?
Louis Laments?
I don't know about that.
Francesca Lucido?
I'd like to help you, but I can't.
Sal Lucido?
Are you trying to make me feel dumb?
Ardo Newpop?
I don't know about that.
The Colonel?
Well, he was nice to me, so I was nice to him. I mean, it was fun. I feel kind of bad now, though, because he gave me this package that I wasn't supposed to open unless something happened to him, but I opened it anyway. And I was so disappointed because there was nothing in it except for this stupid key. No money, no jewels, no nothing.
Cool. That key might be useful. Do you know anything about Rusty Clown?
I'd like to help you, but I can't.
Do you know anything about the Crusade?
The Colonel talked about that, but I never really paid any attention.
Do you know anything about Mac Malden?
Are you trying to make me feel dumb?
Do you know anything about Beak Nerese?
I don't know about that.
Do you know anything about Frank Underwood's younger brother, Ham Underwood?
I'd like to help you, but I can't.
Do you know anything about the Countess Rainier?
Are you trying to make me feel dumb?
Do you know anything about Franco Franco?
I don't know about that.
Do you know anything about Eddie Ching?
I'd like to help you, but I can't.
Do Do you know anything about Knickerbocker?
Are you trying to make me feel dumb?
Do you know anything about Lil Percival?
I don't know about that.
Do you know anything about the chameleon?
Chameleon? Oh, I feel so stupid. The Colonel mentioned that name a couple of times, but I thought he was saying he was getting close to getting his hands on like $1 million.
Tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm just a lonely girl looking for a new friend to play with. You might be fun, but you don't look like you have very much money.
Colonel's key.
Sure, I guess you can take it. I don't even know where I'd use it.
Cool. Well, I guess I have no more use for you. Maybe I can use this key in the Colonel's office. Alright. Well, Wizard says, you might say she's a gold digger. Preach it, Kanye? Okay, so where can I use a key? I don't think the safe was a key. Wait, does any of these open?
I gotta ask myself. Standard off.
Oh, wait.
The Colonel's file cabinet. There must be some info in here.
I probably need a key for this.
Locked.
Yep. Okay. So, just a key. Alright. So what do we have here?
This manila folder looks worth taking.
Oh, the manila folder, as opposed to all the other ones.
These documents are all in code. Hopefully the Colonel's got some sort of decoding manual around here.
Hopefully. Because I sure as hell don't want to decode it. I guess that's the only thing that opens. Oh, I didn't see these magazines in front of the door before.
Wow, detective files, detective dragnet, unofficial detective? I've never figured out the Colonel's tendency toward tawdry smut. A small return receipt from UPEX. Apparently the Colonel sent something recently.
Oh. Guess I should bring this to her. Whatever it is. Alright, well. Time to go back and see Milan. That three-dimensional character. Kanye's gold digger personified. What Wizard says, tawdry smut, private eye.
Back again? You know, I've been thinking, I think we could, like, be friends. You know, I think you should stick around and talk to me for a while, because, I don't want to be lonely.
Alright, macho refusal, leave all options open, extreme cynicism. Macho refusal, I guess.
That's a nice thought, doll, but I'm not your type.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were that kind of guy. Okay, what can I do for you?
So, this receipt.
Oh, yeah, I got another dumb letter from the Colonel. I mean, there were some, like, numbers and stuff written on a piece of paper inside. You can have it. I can't even understand what it is.
Ah, it's probably the code that I need. Or maybe it's the combination for the safe? Okay, cool. I'm going back to the Colonel's office now. It's a good thing that it doesn't take as long to go places as it did in the original Tex Murphy game. Tex Murphy Mean Streets, I think that one was called. Alright, so I think it was 571, right? So... Seven. 1. Aha! What do we have here?
This code book looks like it'd come in handy if I could find some coded documents.
In fact, I have some coded documents. Cool. Alright, so let's combine this code book with these coded documents. My client is Paul Dubois, a genetic scientist working on a top-secret project for GRS. I've been undercover information that proves that the project at GRS is being funded by the Crusade for Genetic Purity. 1119. Paul gave me a list of employees that have left the corporation recently. I went through the list and was able to locate only one person, Alina Moore, who I found via credit card trace. She is currently checked into the roadside motel. I probably have to go there. She says her life is in danger, but she can't tell me why. Something's happened at GRS that's important enough to kill for. What is it? November 23rd. With the information from Paul and Alanya, I contacted Capricorn and found out they already have an agent, Ava Schnees, working undercover at GRS. November 29th. I made a delivery from Capricorn to Ava Schnees. God help us if her cover gets blown. December 6th, Paul contacted me and said he had enough information on the cult to blow it open. He said he had details on the project, the cult, and its objectives, and also how the Moonchild figures in. We agreed on a meeting place where Paul would give me the details. He never showed up. December 7th. Both Paul and Ava Schnees have vanished without a trace. I've tried to follow their trail, but I've been constantly blocked by a dangerous character known as the Chameleon. My official contacts of Interpol have told me that he's a master of disguise. My unofficial contacts tell me that he's a Native American, a shaman. It's rumored that he possesses the ancient power of shapeshifting, the ability to appear in different forms. If this is true, he could be anyone. I'm not sure who I can trust now, and if the chameleons work for the cult, it must be headed by someone very powerful. December 8th. GRS has been disbanded. Is the project finished? Am I too late? December 10th. There are eyes in the shadows following me every move. A voice in my head is telling me to hurry before someone stops me. But now I've lost my contact at Capricorn, and I haven't found any answers. I need to find a way into GRS. Well, okay, so I'm guessing that if I travel, I'll be able to go to the roadside motel. Good. Okay. This seems like a decent enough stopping point. So I think I'll be done for tonight, and tomorrow, not tomorrow, but on Monday, I will continue playing Tex Murphy. I think I've crossed the halfway point at this juncture, so hopefully I will be able to finish this next week. But this has been Nathanbobathan, and in fact, I am still Nathanbobathan. but I'm not going to be streaming a thing on the internet anymore after I end this. So thank you for watching, and I bid you all a good night.